Unlike most other places blessed with magnificent roads, the Crest is less than an hour out of Los Angeles, a place where winter isn't really a thing. So cars like classic air-cooled 911s never have to worry about non-functioning heat exchangers that won't defrost a foggy windshield, or roads too slippery for a tail-happy rear-engine vintage car to stick to in a corner. But nearly perfect driving conditions are not the case for all 365 days a year. Every now and then, this benign garter snake will grow fangs and turn into a cobra. Michael, you're one of the nicest guys I know. Last winter, you lent your RSA to a friend from out of town so we could drive the Crest. What were the roads like?
Right, so when we got up there, certain parts of the road still had a lot of gravel and debris on the road, and they had only recently been cleared.
Was your buddy prepared for that?
Knowing that he grew up in Budapest, where at least a third of the year there's snow on the ground, I naturally felt that he's a competent driver that can handle a car in pretty much any conditions.
Okay, so we had breakfast. What happened after that?
We went off down the mountain, and after about a mile, I kind of kicked it in gear, and I kind of left him alone behind me.
Uh-oh.
So driving for a little while, I realized I couldn't see him any longer behind me in the mirror, so I pulled over to the side of the road to wait for him. At that point, my heart was in my stomach. And
well, yeah, I remember I asked you where he was, and the moment I told you that I hadn't seen him, you and Esther took off up the mountain back towards Newcomb's Ranch. What was that drive like?
Yeah, so neither one of us were looking out the windshield. We were both like looking out our side windows, looking for some evidence, like the car on the side of the cliff or something, and we didn't find anything all the way up to Newcomb's. And that was gut-wrenching. That was the worst 25 minutes.
It was weird because the air smelled like fresh dirt on the corner just before where you were waiting for us. But you were gone before I could even tell you that. So that's where we went to look.
Right. We start to head back down the mountain from Newcomb's Ranch, and within a quarter mile, we see Ben, the professor. He rolls down the window and says, "We found him. He went off the road, but he's okay." It's like the first time in 20 minutes we could exhale. And I think more than anything, I was just relieved that my friend was alive. Like, it was really fucking scary.
So what happened when you finally saw him?
The first thing he did was close his eyes in front of me and apologize for wrecking the car. And I just put my arms around him and I said, "I'm just glad you're okay." He turned around, he looked down the hill, he pointed at the car and he said, "Michael, that car saved my life."
See you on the Crest, where it's best.